Montgomery.
I'm Brad Means. Thanks a lot for staying with us tonight. Race-based rulings this week in the Supreme Court and the federal court have many looking toward Augusta's racial climate. Earlier this week, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled part of the Voting Rights Act cannot be enforced, meaning state and local districts no longer need approval from the federal government when they change voting laws. Then just yesterday, the Richmond County School Board was removed from court supervision when it comes to racial equality in the district. School leaders presented evidence to show that all schools and students are being treated fairly. Couple those rulings with a recent study that revealed disparities among minorities and city contracts.
Now residents are buzzing about the racial climate in Augusta-Richmond County. News Channel 6's Tyrone McCoy pounded the pavement in search of some of those residents in tonight's big story.
And he joins us live over at the news desk with what he found out. Tyrone?
Well, Brad, the residents are saying black and white. That's the problem they're seeing in Augusta. A local attorney says this is a diverse sign of the progress the city is making. Yet residents still say improving race relations seems to be a slow process here at home. Attorney Ben Allen worked on the Richmond County VOE desegregation case that just had the ban lifted. Allen has lived in Augusta his entire life and says the times have changed drastically from when the suit was filed in 1964.
Several movie theaters on Broad Street during the time that I was growing up, all the way into my high school years. The ones on Broad Street were considered white only. Blacks could not go to those movie theaters.
He says there were also jobs he couldn't apply for and stores where he couldn't use the front door during that time. Fast forward to 2013, where black and white businesses are side by side and elected officials vary in ethnicity. Allen says these changes are a big push toward progress and diversity.
And you got to push to ensure that all people have the right to enjoy those things that this community has to offer.
But newer residents like Isaac Ricks don't believe they can do that just yet. Ricks moved from Chicago 2 years ago and says the Garden City didn't offer him the southern hospitality he expected.
I've come to realize or experience that it's not so much, it's here if you're white. And I mean that in the most honest way possible.
And he is not alone.
I really do feel like Augusta's a little behind the times. It seems to be definitely a black and white issue.
An issue all three say should find its way to the gray. Now, Attorney Allen says even though the times have changed and race relations have improved, there is still work to be done to ensure equality across the board. Back to you, Jenny.